Bouncing back from bad marks is one thing, but bouncing back from a history of abuse, violence, sexual assault, bullying, foster care, poverty, that's totally another. The students who are unsuccessful in our program often haven't bounced back from events that knocked them back years ago. Sometimes they come with the diagnoses and the medications for anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder, but they don't come with the skills to work around the symptoms. And I think we have an opportunity to teach students and educators what's going on in their brains, how to handle and recover from the miswiring, and how to assist our students in bouncing back. I would call it, adding to my students' words, the art and science of the bounce back.
I remember a young man that I met 2004 going into 2005. Single parent family, obviously low income, hanging out with the wrong people, getting into trouble, diagnosed with a learning disability. Skip forward to last night. That young man stood at the Toronto Convention Center in front of 1,000 people at the United Way Gala, was introduced as a provincial youth outreach worker for the city, and he currently holds a master's degree and is considering whether he should go for his PhD. So what happened in those 9 years? So I asked him, knowing that I had to come here today, and this is what he said to me. We believe that an adult who cares about a young person, particularly a young person who's struggling, is the single most important factor that will help them to overcome the challenges in their life. Having somebody who's going to care about whether you fail or succeed and be able to help you along the way and give you that support.
What's often missed in the discourse of resilience is the idea and the role of structures and systems that enable support or make resilience possible. What about when that individual doesn't have the same structures that you have to be able to succeed? What about if the individual has done everything possible that you told him or her? Work hard, go to school, get all the grades that you possibly can. And you are evidence that those worked for you, but they do not work for him. Where does he look? But at himself, I failed. I worked hard. You told me these things, and I've done it. What happened here? We've fed them this message that it's all within you, without giving them the capacity to be able to do the critical analysis to know how the system operated to enable or support them or their parents.
Part of resilience is when people know that they can trust who you are and that you will continue to be there. And part of what resilience is for them to know that there are people who will walk the journey with them, even when they can't continue. So I'm pleased to say that I know individuals whom I've been in relationship with 7 years. And for them, it took 7 years to complete their post-secondary education because they were in, they had to step out, they came back, they had to step out. The last thing that I would say about resilience, part of resilience is the willingness to do the scary things every day and knowing that you have supportive relationships to assist you in doing those scary things.